Chapter 8. Personal Journeys, Growth, Reflection and Healing. 8.1 Self-Discovery and Learning from Past Mistakes. Infidelity, a breach of trust in a committed relationship, can serve as a catalyst for profound personal growth if the individual involved chooses to undertake a journey of self-discovery and learning. This process often begins with confronting the harsh reality of one's actions and their implications. It requires an individual to ask difficult questions about their motivations, needs, and the factors that contributed to their decision to be unfaithful. The task at hand is neither to justify the behavior nor to dwell in a state of self-recrimination, but to gain a clear-eyed understanding of the motives and circumstances that led to the infidelity. Engaging in self-reflection post-infidelity involves examining aspects of one's personality and character that might have played a role in the betrayal. It could be an avoidance of conflict, a need for validation, or difficulty with emotional intimacy. This self-assessment demands honesty and courage, as it challenges an individual to face aspects of themselves they may have long ignored or denied. It is through this rigorous introspection that one can begin to identify patterns of behavior and thought that predispose them to making choices that hurt themselves and others. Learning from past mistakes involves recognizing not just the personal failings that led to the infidelity, but also the situational and relational dynamics present in the relationship. It may be that communication had broken down, emotional needs were not being met, or that life stresses had created a distance between partners. Acknowledging these factors does not excuse the betrayal, but it does provide a context within which the infidelity occurred and highlights areas where change is necessary. By understanding these relationship dynamics, a person can start to build skills that foster healthier, more transparent, and more fulfilling relationships. The process of self-discovery often necessitates seeking feedback from others. This could involve conversations with the betrayed partner, where insights about the relationship and each party's needs can be shared, or it could involve seeking professional help through therapy. A therapist can offer a non-judgmental space and professional guidance to delve into the psychological motives for infidelity, can assist in developing better coping mechanisms, and can support the individual in formulating a plan for moving forward in a positive manner. Resilience is a significant outcome of learning from one's mistakes. As individuals navigate the aftermath of infidelity, they often encounter a range of emotions, including guilt, shame, and grief. The strength to endure these emotions and still commit to personal growth demonstrates resilience. This resilience is further fortified by the acquisition of new skills and strategies aimed at preventing future betrayal. It may involve setting boundaries, enhancing communication, practicing empathy, or engaging in ongoing self-reflection to prevent old patterns from re-emerging. Another aspect of growth is the reshaping of one's value system. Infidelity often leads individuals to re-evaluate what they truly value in their relationships and in themselves. They may emerge with a renewed commitment to integrity, honesty, and loyalty. This re-evaluation also involves considering the values that one wants to guide their actions moving forward. Making a deliberate choice to live in alignment with these values is a powerful step in the healing process. Forgiveness, both of oneself and, if possible, from the betrayed partner, plays a crucial role in healing from infidelity. Forgiveness does not mean condoning the wrongdoings or forgetting the pain caused. Rather, it signifies the releasing of resentment and the acknowledgement of shared humanity with all its imperfections. It is an essential step towards letting go of the past and not allowing the infidelity to define one's sense of self or the future of one's relationships. Healing from infidelity is not a linear journey. It involves setbacks and times of self-doubt, and it is often accompanied by the lingering consequences of the betrayal. Yet, through consistent effort and a commitment to personal growth, individuals can emerge from this experience with deeper self-awareness, stronger relationships, and a clearer sense of their personal values and goals. The healing journey can be painful, but individuals who see it through may find that they have not only rebuilt their lives but have also transformed them. A critical aspect of self-discovery is the realization that personal growth is an ongoing process. Even after coming to terms with the infidelity and the personal improvements it catalyzed, the journey of self-improvement does not end. It is a lifelong process of refining one's character, nurturing relationships, and seeking personal fulfillment. Committing to this never-ending pursuit of growth is not just a response to infidelity, but a stepping stone to a richer, more conscious life. As individuals proceed on this path, they often become more cognizant of the potential they possess to effect positive change, not only in their own lives, but also in the lives of those around them. Through personal trials and the subsequent growth, they can become sources of wisdom and support for others facing similar challenges. Their journey through the realm of pain and self-discovery becomes, ultimately, a testimony to the resilience and transformative power of the human spirit. 8.2 Addressing personal guilt and shame. Infidelity is an act that often leaves a trail of emotional devastation for all involved. For the unfaithful partner, coming to terms with their actions can involve confronting intense personal guilt and shame. Addressing these feelings is critical for personal growth and the healing process. It requires honest self-assessment and an understanding that guilt serves as a signal that one's actions have gone against personal values, while shame can be an indicator of how deeply one feels their actions have affected their self-identity. Recognizing guilt and shame is the first step in the process. Guilt typically arises from acknowledging that one has caused harm to another, implying a level of empathy and understanding of the consequences of one's actions. Shame, however, cuts deeper. It's a painful feeling about oneself, not just one's actions. An individual might feel flawed, unworthy, or fundamentally lacking in some way. It is crucial to differentiate between these emotions because they require different approaches for resolution. The exploration of why the infidelity occurred is an essential part of dealing with guilt and shame. Understanding the underlying reasons for the affair, whether it be emotional dissatisfaction, personal insecurities, or unmet needs within the primary relationship, can illuminate the motivations behind the betrayal. This understanding does not justify the act of infidelity, but provides a context within which the individual can begin to process their emotions and understand the paths that led to their decisions. Open communication is often a key component of recovery and healing from guilt and shame. This involves conversations with oneself as well as with affected parties, where applicable. Open communication with oneself includes journaling, therapy, or thoughtful reflection, where the individual allows themselves to express and understand their emotions fully. Engaging in dialogue with those hurt by the infidelity, typically a partner or spouse, requires careful consideration, honesty, and a willingness to listen. Seeking forgiveness plays a pivotal role in dealing with guilt. It involves a sincere apology and taking full responsibility for one's actions without deflection or excuses. The process of seeking forgiveness is not just about the words spoken, but also about demonstrating through actions a commitment to change and making amends. Awareness that forgiveness may not be granted immediately or at all is essential, as it is a personal process for the aggrieved, and their timeline will dictate the journey. Making amends, where possible, is a gesture that goes beyond mere apologies. It is about taking actionable steps to show remorse and a commitment to do better. This can involve changing behaviors, attending counseling, or other meaningful gestures that indicate a recognition of the harm caused and a genuine effort to mitigate it. Making amends is a personal commitment to an ongoing process, not a single act of restitution. One strategy that many find helpful in addressing guilt and shame is engaging in compassion-focused therapies. These therapies encourage individuals to cultivate self-compassion, recognizing that all human beings make mistakes and that one action or series of actions does not define the entirety of a person's value or worth. Learning to treat oneself with the same kindness one would offer a good friend can be transformative. Long-term recovery and healing are not linear, but involve continuous effort and self-awareness. There may be setbacks and times when guilt and shame resurface. Perseverance in working through these feelings is necessary, and maintaining a robust support network can be invaluable. This support network might include loved ones, support groups, or professionals who can provide guidance and perspective. Forging a new path forward requires redefining one's values and beliefs in the aftermath of infidelity. This process involves deep introspection, determining which values were contravened, and actively deciding to live in a way that is more aligned with one's re-evaluated beliefs and standards. Lastly, it is essential to recognize that growth, reflection, and healing are an individual's unique journey. Even when common patterns and advice apply, each person's path to resolving personal guilt and shame will be personal and subjective, influenced by their background, experiences, and the specific circumstances of the infidelity. Patience and self-care are critical, as the process can be taxing emotionally and psychologically. With time and effort, individuals can find a way to move through guilt and shame to a place of better understanding and self-forgiveness, creating the opportunity for growth and healing. 8.3 Embracing vulnerability and change. Within the process of understanding the complex emotional landscape that surrounds infidelity, embracing vulnerability and change emerges as a crucial step towards growth, reflection, and healing. The act of infidelity often propels all involved parties into a state of vulnerability, whether it's the person who committed the infidelity, the partner who was betrayed, or both, as they reflect on the state of their relationship. Acknowledging this vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, rather, it's a manifestation of the courage it takes to face the realities and emotions that come with such a transgression. For the person who has been unfaithful, embracing vulnerability may mean confronting the reasons behind their actions, addressing personal shortcomings, and resolving to make amends. On the other side, the person who has been betrayed confronts a different, often more piercing vulnerability. They must grapple with feelings of sadness, anger, and confusion, all while making decisions about personal boundaries and whether to work towards repairing the relationship. This person often undergoes a profound identity shift, from someone who felt secure in their relationship to someone whose trust has been profoundly shaken. This can feel like standing at the edge of an emotional precipice, not knowing whether the ground will hold firm or crumble further. Embracing vulnerability for the betrayed often involves allowing oneself to experience the full breadth of their emotions, seeking support, and coming to terms with the changed landscape of their personal narrative. For both parties, this phase of vulnerability may reveal underlying issues within the relationship or individual psyches that contributed to the environment wherein infidelity could take root. This juncture demands honest introspection and a willingness to delve into sometimes painful self-discoveries. It might involve recognizing unaddressed needs, confronting fears of intimacy, or dismantling long-standing patterns of behavior. Personal growth in this context is rarely linear or pain-free, but it creates an opportunity for significant transformation on both individual and relational levels. The ability to accept and even embrace this newfound vulnerability can pave the way for change. For meaningful healing to occur, there must be a readiness to modify behaviors, beliefs, and at times, the very foundations upon which relationships are built. Change might mean developing new communication strategies, reshaping expectations, or redefining the nature of the partnership. Individuals and couples often benefit from seeking the guidance of therapists or support groups during this transitional period, as neutral parties can offer valuable insights and strategies for coping. Throughout this transformative period, it becomes increasingly evident that the healing trajectory is not one-dimensional. The dynamics of the relationship contribute to how each individual navigates their journey. A partnership with a solid foundation of mutual respect and communication may find it easier to engage in productive discussions about the emotional turmoil caused by infidelity. In contrast, a relationship that was already on unstable footing might face additional hurdles as the individuals involved struggle to find common ground amid the upheaval. Understanding and working through the emotions related to vulnerability lead to a crucial component of the healing process: forgiveness. The act of forgiveness is multifaceted and does not imply condoning the betrayal or forgotten transgressions. Instead, it involves releasing the hold that the pain and resentment have on an individual's well-being. Forgiveness might be self-directed for the person who committed infidelity, as they grapple with guilt and seek self-compassion. For the person who was betrayed, forgiveness may be a way to reclaim power, the power to move beyond the betrayal and to dictate one's own narrative moving forward. Within the context of the relationship, if both parties decide to progress together, forgiveness takes on another layer. It becomes about crafting a shared vision for the future, where previous hurts are not ignored but are placed into perspective as the couple writes a new chapter. This can involve establishing new norms within the relationship, such as transparency, renewed commitment, and shared goals, all built atop the lessons learned through the turmoil of infidelity. Moreover, the concept of change in this situation extends beyond the couple's immediate circumstances. It can ripple out to affect family dynamics, friendships, and social networks. Children, if present, may be particularly sensitive to the changes between their parents or guardians. Embracing vulnerability and change, therefore, includes fostering an environment where all affected parties can express their feelings and concerns. Transparency and open dialogue can help provide stability during a time of transformation. Healing is an ongoing process, and for some, it might mean choosing a path away from the relationship. This decision, though painful, can be a profound act of self-love and self-preservation. For these individuals, embracing vulnerability and change involves building a life independent from the partnership that once defined part of their existence. It means relearning autonomy, establishing new routines, and possibly exploring future relationships with a deeper understanding of personal boundaries and trust. For those who move forward together, healing often takes on the character of reconstruction. The relationship must rebuild from the ground up, with honesty, respect, and the hard-earned wisdom that has come from navigating through the storm of infidelity. This reconstruction is not about returning to what was, as that is an impossibility, but about creating something that acknowledges the past while looking towards a more mindful and authentic future. In all its forms, this journey of embracing vulnerability and change is testament to resilience. It is about finding strength in places once considered weak, and it is about the transformation possible when individuals commit to learning from their hardest experiences. Growth, reflection, and healing are possible, but they require embracing the full spectrum of emotions and changes that follow in the wake of infidelity. Each step forward, however small, is a step towards a more conscious and intentional state of being, where past pain can become a foundation for growth and renewed trust. 8.4 Importance of self-care in healing. Self-care is a foundational aspect of the healing process from infidelity. It encompasses a broad range of practices that individuals engage in to promote their own physical, mental, and emotional well-being. In the context of recovering from the trauma of infidelity, self-care is vital for several reasons. Firstly, it helps individuals re-establish a sense of self-worth that may be damaged by the betrayal. Engaging in self-care activities also serves as a reminder that one's value is not solely determined by the actions of another person. Additionally, self-care strategies can create a structure for managing stress and emotions during this challenging time. Self-care is not a one-size-fits-all concept and therefore can be tailored to fit the unique preferences and needs of each individual. It can involve routine activities such as eating balanced meals, getting sufficient sleep, and exercising regularly. These fundamental self-care practices play a crucial role in maintaining physical health, which can be easily neglected amidst emotional turmoil. Poor physical health can exacerbate emotional distress, creating a cycle that hinders the healing process. By prioritizing physical health through self-care, individuals lay a strong foundation for recovery. Mental and emotional self-care practices are equally important. They can include setting aside time for personal hobbies and interests that bring joy and relaxation. Participation in these activities allows individuals to reconnect with themselves and often serves as a distraction from negative thoughts that can be overwhelming. Additionally, engaging in mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, helps to develop coping skills for handling stress and regulating emotions. These practices can empower individuals with the ability to confront and process their feelings in a healthy way. Professional self-care is another aspect of the healing journey that is sometimes overlooked. Seeking therapy from a licensed professional provides a safe space for individuals to express their emotions and receive guidance on coping strategies. Therapists trained in dealing with infidelity can offer valuable insights and support that friends or family members may not be equipped to provide. Moreover, therapy can help in setting realistic goals for the recovery process, enhancing an individual's ability to heal and move forward. Self-awareness is a critical component of self-care. It involves identifying personal needs and recognizing when help is needed. When someone has experienced infidelity, it is common to feel a loss of control over one's life. Self-awareness helps in understanding personal boundaries and limitations, which is essential for setting priorities and making informed decisions about healing. It encourages individuals to listen to their own bodies and minds, to recognize when they're feeling overwhelmed, and to take appropriate actions to care for themselves. Social self-care is also a significant part of the healing process. This aspect of self-care involves cultivating supportive relationships with friends and family members who can provide emotional support. However, it is important to choose these support systems carefully, as not everyone may understand the complexities of infidelity and its impact. Support groups specifically for those dealing with infidelity can be particularly beneficial, as they connect individuals with others who have had similar experiences, fostering a sense of community and understanding. Another crucial aspect of self-care is establishing and maintaining boundaries. After experiencing infidelity, it is important for individuals to define what they are and are not comfortable with in their personal interactions and relationships. Setting boundaries is an empowering practice that supports self-respect and self-worth. This practice is not only important in personal relationships, but also in professional and social realms. Establishing clear boundaries can also help prevent individuals from taking on too much too quickly, which is especially pertinent when dealing with the aftermath of betrayal. Financial self-care can often be overlooked during the healing process, yet maintaining financial health can be as critical as other forms of self-care. The stress of dealing with monetary concerns can exacerbate the emotional strain experienced after infidelity. Therefore, it may be wise for individuals to reassess their financial situation and seek professional advice if necessary. Taking steps to ensure financial stability can alleviate one source of stress and allow individuals to focus more on their emotional and mental well-being. Additionally, self-compassion is a vital element of self-care, particularly in the context of infidelity. It involves treating oneself with kindness and understanding, rather than judgment and self-criticism. People often blame themselves for their partner's infidelity, which can damage self-esteem and hinder healing. Practicing self-compassion can help individuals to forgive themselves for any perceived shortcomings and to recognize that infidelity is a complex issue that is not their fault. Embracing self-compassion can be a transformative part of the healing journey, leading to increased resilience and a more positive outlook on life. Lastly, self-care is a continuous process, not a one-time action. As individuals heal from infidelity, their self-care needs may evolve. What is helpful at one stage may not be as effective later on. It is important to reassess self-care practices regularly and to remain open to trying new strategies. This iterative approach to self-care can help individuals to make gradual progress on their path to healing and eventually to find a new sense of equilibrium in their lives. By prioritizing self-care, individuals take an active role in their own recovery, which can lead to more profound healing and personal growth. 8.5 Setting personal boundaries for growth. When individuals come to terms with the reality of infidelity, they often find themselves at a pivotal point where personal growth and healing can occur. Setting personal boundaries plays a crucial role in this transformative process. Boundaries are the guidelines we establish to delineate where our personal space ends and where another person's begins. They are essential for emotional health and are a means of communicating to others how we expect to be treated. A lack of clear boundaries frequently contributes to the breakdown of trust that often accompanies infidelity. Therefore, instigating firm, well-defined boundaries is an important step toward recovery and self-improvement. Establishing personal boundaries after an incident of infidelity involves an honest assessment of one's needs, values, and limitations. This introspective exercise requires individuals to identify what they find acceptable and unacceptable in a relationship, accounting for emotional, physical, and digital interactions. The person who has been betrayed must consider their worth and vow to accept nothing less than respect and honesty moving forward. Conversely, the partner who committed infidelity must recognize the impact of their actions and resolve to respect their partner's boundaries, rebuilding trust and demonstrating accountability consistently. Personal boundaries should also extend to oneself. The healing process necessitates the betrayed individual to set limits on negative self-talk and self-blame. They need to understand that while they could have contributed to relational dynamics that created a vulnerability for infidelity, they are not responsible for their partner's decision to breach the relationship's trust. Learning to set boundaries with oneself can facilitate personal growth, fostering resilience, enhancing self-esteem, and empowering individuals to make healthier decisions in the future. Communication of these boundaries is equally imperative. Articulating boundaries clearly and confidently can be challenging, especially in the wake of an emotional trauma such as infidelity. However, effective communication bolsters understanding and provides a foundation for enforcing boundaries. It is crucial for persons involved in the process of healing from infidelity to express their boundaries in an assertive yet respectful manner, emphasizing the importance of these boundaries in promoting personal wellness and the health of the relationship. Enforcing boundaries can be difficult. Individuals may find themselves wavering, especially if enforcement provokes guilt or conflict. Nevertheless, maintaining boundaries is critical for asserting one's self-worth and ensuring that healing is not compromised. When boundaries are challenged, it is essential to reaffirm them calmly and firmly. This might mean restating the boundary, explaining the rationale behind it, and, if necessary, outlining the consequences should the boundary be disrespected. Boundary setting after infidelity must include a plan for self-care. Self-care routines bolster an individual's mental health and provide structured opportunities for self-compassion and nurturing. As one establishes and adheres to personal boundaries, incorporating activities that promote relaxation and emotional well-being can enhance the healing journey. This could involve carving out time for hobbies, engaging in physical exercise, seeking therapy, or simply ensuring enough time is allocated for restful sleep. Another dimension of setting personal boundaries pertains to external influences. Family, friends, social media, and even cultural norms can have an impact on an individual's perception and experience of infidelity. While these influences can be supportive, they can also be intrusive or judgmental. It is crucial for individuals to set boundaries with external parties, limiting negative input and seeking supportive and positive environments. This might mean asking friends not to discuss the infidelity, limiting interaction with unsupportive family members, or taking a break from social media platforms where judgment and scrutiny can be pervasive. Establishing boundaries also involves setting realistic expectations for the healing process. Healing from infidelity is not linear. There are dips, setbacks, and triumphs. Recognizing that the journey will require time and patience is crucial. Expecting instant forgiveness, immediate trust restoration, or a return to pre-infidelity normalcy is not realistic and can hamper recovery. Setting clear boundaries around expectations can manage both individual and partners' hopes, providing a structured framework within which healing can realistically progress. Long-term boundary maintenance is necessary for sustained growth and relationship health. Reinforcing boundaries should not be viewed as a singular event, but as a continuous practice. As individuals heal and grow, and as relationships evolve, boundaries may need to be reassessed and redefined. This process demands ongoing vigilance, open-mindedness, and a commitment to personal and relational well-being. Whether the relationship survives infidelity or ends, individually, those affected must retain their dedication to maintaining and respecting boundaries that align with their ongoing personal growth. Lastly, it should be understood that setting personal boundaries for growth is a deeply personal endeavor. Everyone's journey is unique, and what works for one person may not be suited to another. Individuals should allow themselves the grace to explore their own needs and limitations, fashion boundaries that validate and protect these needs, and make adjustments as life circumstances and personal insights evolve. Learning to trust in their own judgment and to adhere to the boundaries they set is a powerful testament to an individual's resilience and commitment to their path of recovery, growth, and healing. 8.6 Seeking professional help and guidance. Navigating the aftermath of infidelity is a tumultuous process that often necessitates external support for true healing to occur. Seeking professional help and guidance is a vital step for many individuals and couples as they grapple with the array of emotions and experiences stirred by such betrayal. Therapists and counselors trained in dealing with the complexities of infidelity can offer a structured environment where thoughts and feelings can be openly discussed. Professional support provides individuals with coping mechanisms and tools required to process the pain, build resilience, and if desired, work on mending the relationship. When a person decides to seek professional help, one of the first decisions is whether to engage in individual or couples therapy, or possibly both. Individual therapy allows for a private space to delve deeply into personal feelings and issues, while couples therapy offers a mediated setting in which both partners can navigate the rebuilding of trust and communication. Professional guidance in either context aims to establish a confidential space where clients can express vulnerabilities, work through personal and relational challenges, and set goals for recovery and future conduct within the relationship. The selection of a suitable therapist is critical. It should be someone who both partners trust and feel comfortable with if the decision is made to attend sessions together. A proficient therapist does not take sides but rather works to understand the perspective of each partner, validating their feelings without condoning any harmful behaviors. They help to guide conversations in a way that avoids placing blame and encourages taking responsibility for one's actions, emphasizing the importance of clear communication and emotional honesty within the parameters of the committed relationship. Professional help also often includes an educational component, helping those involved to understand the factors that contribute to infidelity. Therapists may explore topics such as attachment styles, communication skills, personal history, and relationship dynamics. This education can illuminate patterns of behavior that may have predisposed the relationship to vulnerability. Understanding these factors does not excuse infidelity, but provides context that can help with the healing process and prevent future breaches of trust. One widespread approach used by therapists working with infidelity issues is cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT focuses on identifying and altering negative thought patterns and behaviors. In the context of infidelity, it can help individuals and couples to challenge destructive thought patterns that contribute to feelings of worthlessness or guilt and to develop healthier ways of relating to one another. The emphasis is on the present, learning from past actions and focusing on practical steps that facilitate change and promote healing. Emotionally focused therapy, EFT, is another therapeutic approach commonly used to treat couples facing infidelity. EFT is based on the premise that human emotions can be used as a source of healing and bonding. By focusing on emotional responses and the ways in which they shape interactions within the relationship, couples are guided in creating new positive patterns of engagement. EFT aims to rebuild the emotional connection that may have been damaged by the affair, helping to re-establish trust and intimacy. In addition to therapy, support groups can play a significant role in the healing process. Support groups offer a sense of community and understanding, as individuals share experiences and coping strategies. Within a group, one may find validation and collective wisdom that can be comforting when feeling isolated by the experience of infidelity. Members of the group often have different perspectives and are at various stages of healing, providing insight into the long-term process of recovery. Mindfulness and self-care practices are often encouraged by professionals as part of the healing journey. Mindfulness can help individuals remain grounded and present as they navigate their emotions, rather than being overwhelmed by them. Self-care practices, which can include exercise, proper nutrition, adequate sleep, and hobbies, are important for maintaining personal well-being during times of stress. Professionals emphasize the importance of taking care of oneself to foster resilience and a conducive mindset for addressing relationship issues. Another key element of professional guidance is helping clients plan for the future. Whether the couple decides to stay together or go their separate ways, establishing a clear vision for the future is paramount. For couples who choose to rebuild their relationship, creating a proactive plan may involve setting boundaries, establishing new communication patterns, and ongoing therapy to ensure that the healing process continues. For individuals who decide to part, therapy can focus on dealing with the separation in a healthy manner, learning from the experience, and moving forward with personal growth and development. Finally, professional help is not a one-size-fits-all solution, and it may not be a linear path to healing. The road to recovery from infidelity is often lengthy and may involve setbacks, and thus a professional can offer support, accountability, and perspective during this process. Additionally, therapists can adapt their approach as the client's needs change over time, ensuring that the support provided aligns with current emotional and relational landscapes. 8.7. Building a supportive community and network. Infidelity can be a profoundly isolating experience. The feelings of betrayal, shame, and upheaval might urge individuals to withdraw from their social connections. However, overcoming the effects of infidelity often requires the support and understanding of a compassionate community. The creation of a supportive network is vital to the process of growth, reflection, and healing. A supportive community can provide emotional comfort, offer practical advice, share personal experiences for mutual benefit, and foster a sense of belonging during a time when one's social landscape may have drastically changed. Developing a supportive community begins with identifying individuals who respond to the needs of someone experiencing the aftermath of infidelity with empathy and without judgment. This may include friends who have perhaps gone through similar situations and understand the complexity of emotions involved. Additionally, family members who provide unconditional support can be essential. The importance lies not in the quantity of people, but in the quality of support they offer. It is crucial to surround oneself with people who can listen attentively, offer encouragement, and respect the confidentiality and sensitivity of the situation. Professional support groups are another valuable resource in a supportive community network. Such groups are typically led by a professional counselor or therapist and bring together individuals facing similar challenges. In these groups, members can share their feelings and experiences in a controlled and safe environment. This collective experience can validate an individual's emotions and help normalize what they are going through. Professional groups often provide structured opportunities for reflection and personal growth, supported by the guidance of a trained facilitator who can steer conversations in a constructive direction. In addition to in-person support, online forums and communities have emerged as pivotal havens for those dealing with the repercussions of infidelity. Online platforms can offer anonymity, which might be comforting for individuals who are not ready to discuss their experiences openly or who fear stigma. These virtual spaces can provide round-the-clock access to resources and support, which is particularly beneficial for finding solace during moments when the pain seems most acute. They also expand the possibility of connecting with others who have dealt with infidelity, potentially from diverse cultural and geographical backgrounds, offering a broader perspective on the healing process. Building a supportive community may also involve connecting with spiritual or religious groups for those who find solace in faith-based activities. Whether it is through organized religion, spiritual practices, or meditation groups, such connections can deliver peace and grounding. They often foster a sense of community and collective understanding through shared beliefs and practices. In these groups, individuals may find not only emotional support, but also guidance that aligns with their personal values and coping mechanisms for healing. Engaging with mental health professionals, such as psychologists or counselors, is a key aspect of developing a supportive network. Therapy can offer a dedicated space for individuals to process their experiences, understand their emotional responses, and develop coping mechanisms. A therapist can also help in identifying personal needs and guide individuals in building and maintaining their support network. It is important to note that therapy is most effective when the professional involved specializes in or has a deep understanding of the issues surrounding infidelity and relationship dynamics. Physical health often correlates with emotional well-being, especially in stressful times. Thus, a supportive community should encompass healthcare professionals who can attend to the physical aspects of stress that may accompany infidelity. A regular checkup with a primary care physician, coupled with the attention of nutritionists or personal trainers, can help maintain a balance between physical and emotional health. This integrative approach to building a network emphasizes the holistic nature of healing. Workplace allies can be a surprisingly important part of a supportive community. Colleagues who are understanding and discreet can ease the burden of maintaining professional responsibilities while coping with personal turmoil. However, discretion is key, and maintaining professional boundaries is important. It is beneficial to have one or two trusted confidants at work who can provide empathy and, if necessary, temporary support in terms of workload. Volunteer work and community service provide opportunities to build a support network outside the immediate social circle. They can also shift focus from personal grief to the broader context of community welfare. Helping others can be a therapeutic activity, offering a sense of purpose and community engagement. It allows individuals to form new relationships based on shared goals and concerns, which in turn can build resilience and foster an environment of mutual care. Lastly, creating a supportive community involves regular evaluation and maintenance of these relationships. It is vital to ensure that the interactions remain healthy, supportive, and reciprocal. It may be necessary to set boundaries with individuals who, despite good intentions, may not contribute positively to the healing process. Individuals have the right to distance themselves from relationships that no longer serve their well-being. Over time, as individuals grow and their needs change, their support network should adapt accordingly. It is a dynamic process that can be revisited and revised as often as necessary to facilitate ongoing growth, reflection, and healing. 8.8 Crafting a Personal Healing Plan. Crafting a personal healing plan after experiencing infidelity is a vital step towards recovery. This process is unique to each individual, as the aftermath of such betrayal can affect people differently. The complexity of emotions and circumstances surrounding infidelity requires a carefully considered approach to healing. A personal healing plan is not just a roadmap for overcoming the immediate pain, but also a strategy for long-term emotional well-being. It involves introspection, the setting of personal goals, and a commitment to taking actions that contribute to healing. The first step in developing a personal healing plan is to acknowledge the pain and allow oneself to grieve. Infidelity can create a sense of loss similar to other forms of grief. It is important for individuals to give themselves permission to feel the range of emotions that accompany this betrayal, such as anger, sadness, confusion, and disbelief. Professional counseling can provide the guidance needed to navigate through this phase. Counselors can help individuals understand and articulate their feelings in a safe and non-judgmental environment. This foundational step is crucial because it validates the individual's experience and begins the journey of emotional healing. Establishing boundaries is a key element of any personal healing plan. After infidelity, it's necessary to determine what is and isn't acceptable moving forward. This might mean setting physical and emotional boundaries with the partner who committed the infidelity, or it could involve creating space from the relationship entirely. Personal boundaries can also include engaging in self-care practices that promote well-being and avoiding situations that might trigger further emotional pain. Boundaries are personal and can be adapted over time, but initially they provide a sense of safety and control. Self-care is an essential aspect of the healing process. It includes activities and practices that nurture the body, mind, and spirit. Physical self-care may involve regular exercise, a nutritious diet, and adequate sleep, all of which can help manage the stress of coping with infidelity. Emotional self-care might involve activities like journaling, meditation, or spending time with supportive friends and family. It also includes seeking support from a mental health professional when needed. Engaging in hobbies or interests that bring joy or relaxation can also contribute to overall well-being. Forgiveness is a complex and personal decision that cannot be rushed. It involves a conscious choice to let go of resentment and thoughts of vengeance. This does not necessarily mean reconciling with the partner who was unfaithful or condoning their actions. Rather, forgiveness is about finding peace and releasing the burden of anger and bitterness. This step may require deep reflection and time, but can be an important milestone in the healing journey. Some individuals may find support groups or spiritual guidance helpful in this process. Rebuilding trust is a gradual and delicate process. If the decision is made to continue the relationship, setting new rules and expectations might be necessary. This could involve improved communication, transparency, and accountability. Both partners must be willing to work on the relationship and understand that rebuilding trust takes time and consistent effort. If a decision is made not to continue the relationship, trust must be rebuilt in oneself and in future relationships. This involves self-reflection and learning to listen to one's instincts and needs. Rediscovering one's identity is an often overlooked but vital part of healing from infidelity. The betrayal may have shaken the foundations of how individuals perceive themselves and their relationship. It is important to reconnect with who they are outside of the partnership. This can involve exploring new interests, career goals, or social connections. It may also mean reassessing personal values and beliefs that were affected by the experience. Rediscovering identity empowers individuals and reaffirms their sense of self. Personal growth is a natural outcome of successfully navigating through the stages of healing. Individuals may discover inner strengths they were not aware of before the crisis. They might develop new coping skills, resilience, and a deeper understanding of their emotional needs. This period of personal growth can be transformative, offering insights that contribute not just to recovering from the pain of infidelity, but also to thriving in the aftermath. Planning for the future is an important step in moving forward. This involves setting new goals and envisioning a life beyond the hurt of infidelity. Whether it's pursuing new relationships, career ambitions, or personal aspirations, envisioning a positive future can provide hope and motivation. Individuals should ensure that these plans align with their values and the lessons learned through their healing process. Future planning is about taking the wisdom gained from a difficult experience and using it to shape a more fulfilling life path. Staying connected with support systems is vital throughout the healing journey. Family, friends, therapists, or support groups offer a network of understanding and encouragement. These connections not only provide comfort, but can also hold individuals accountable to their healing plan. They offer different perspectives and can be a sounding board for feelings and ideas. The encouragement from a support system can make a significant difference in overcoming challenging moments. Consistent reassessment of the healing plan is essential to ensure it continues to meet the individual's evolving needs. Healing is not a linear process, and adjustments may be necessary as progress is made. This could include tweaking self-care routines, revisiting boundaries, or seeking additional support as needed. Regular check-ins with oneself or with a counselor can help maintain focus and make the healing plan a living document that guides the individual toward recovery. The creation of a personal healing plan after the trauma of infidelity is a testament to an individual's resilience. It provides structure in a time of turmoil and offers a pathway to not just survive, but eventually thrive. By considering these crucial components, engaging in self-care, leaning on support systems, and looking towards the future, individuals can rebuild and find contentment again. The journey will vary greatly for everyone, but a thoughtful and personalized healing plan is the blueprint for navigating this challenging road. 8.9 Moving forward with renewed insights. Infidelity often leaves in its wake a trail of confusion, hurt, and upheaval. Yet, despite the depth of disruption it causes, individuals have the capacity to move forward with a new understanding of themselves, their relationships, and what they value in both. Moving forward after infidelity involves gaining renewed insights that can come through a process of intense self-examination and reflection. This can lead to personal growth and healing, enabling individuals to rebuild their lives with a stronger sense of who they are and what they want from their relationships. The journey after infidelity requires one to come to terms with the pain and to recognize it as a part of their story without letting it define their entire narrative. Acceptance does not mean condoning the betrayal or minimizing its impact. Rather, it means acknowledging that it occurred and understanding its role in leading to personal transformation. Acceptance is a critical step in the process of moving forward, as it allows individuals to release the burden of denial and face the reality of their situation with clarity and readiness to learn from it. The revised perspective after experiencing infidelity often leads to a reevaluation of personal values and expectations within a relationship. Individuals may come to realize that their previous value system either contributed to an environment where infidelity could occur or did not adequately protect their well-being. As such, they may adopt new principles that prioritize respect, honesty, and open communication. Redefining these values not only helps in forming healthier relationships in the future, but also serves as a guide for setting boundaries and making decisions that align with one's personal sense of integrity. With new insights, individuals often develop greater self-awareness about their own needs and desires. Infidelity can act as a catalyst for recognizing unmet needs within the relationship or within oneself. In the aftermath, individuals have the opportunity to explore what truly brings them fulfillment and joy, separate from their partner or the relationship dynamic. This understanding can empower them to make choices that contribute to their personal happiness and well-being. Moreover, moving forward may include the adoption of new coping mechanisms. The emotional toll of infidelity can uncover vulnerabilities and coping styles that may not serve individuals well in the long term. Therefore, it is common for people to seek new strategies, such as mindfulness or therapy, that can help manage stress and emotional pain more effectively. Developing healthier coping techniques is vital for overcoming the trauma of infidelity and ensuring that future stresses are handled in a more constructive manner. A newfound openness to learning is another outcome of the growth that follows infidelity. Individuals often find themselves seeking out information and resources to understand why the betrayal happened and how to prevent similar situations in the future. This learning process can lead to greater emotional intelligence and the ability to navigate complex interpersonal dynamics with greater skill. Healing from infidelity may also prompt a reassessment of one's social support network. It is essential to identify and cultivate relationships with friends, family, or support groups that provide empathy, understanding, and encouragement. Surrounding oneself with a positive and supportive community can significantly ease the healing process and reinforce the progress made toward moving forward. One of the most challenging, but ultimately rewarding insights gained from the experience of infidelity is the capacity to forgive. Forgiveness does not necessarily mean reconciliation with the unfaithful partner, nor does it diminish the act of betrayal. Instead, forgiveness is about letting go of resentment and anger, which can liberate individuals from the emotional ties that prevent them from moving on. Forgiveness, in this sense, is an act of self-care and healing that allows for a renewed focus on the future. For many, moving forward signifies a willingness to explore new relationships or to approach existing relationships with a revised set of expectations and understandings. Forming new connections or reinvesting in a current relationship with a more informed perspective can be invigorating. It can also inspire confidence in one's ability to love and trust again, despite previous pain. Ultimately, individuals find that through processing the trauma of infidelity, They build psychological resilience. This resilience enables them to handle future challenges with greater composure and to use their experiences as a touchstone for growth rather than a permanent setback. The journey toward healing and insight is not one-dimensional. It often involves setbacks and difficulties, but each step taken is an integral part of reconstructing a life filled with hope, purpose, and self-understanding. Navigating the complexities of life after infidelity is both an inward and outward journey. While it undoubtedly involves examining the internal landscape of one's emotions and thoughts, it also means engaging actively with the world with a renewed sense of self. Moving forward with this breadth of renewed insights does not signal that the memory of the betrayal is erased or that the pain no longer exists. It signifies an evolution in personal strength and character, a testament to the ability of individuals to grow and rediscover joy and meaning in the face of adverse situations. 8.10 Preparing for future relationships with past learnings. Infidelity is often a transformative life event that offers a unique opportunity for personal growth and introspection. Individuals who have experienced betrayal can draw valuable lessons from their pain, which can prove instrumental in molding healthier future relationships. It is vital for those moving forward from infidelity to harness these learnings constructively. Healing from such a wound is not merely about moving past the pain, but also about understanding the reasons behind the hurt. The first step in preparing for future relationships involves a comprehensive reflection on the past relationship where infidelity occurred. Critical self-assessment helps identify one's needs, desires, and boundaries. Individuals should take time to evaluate what was acceptable and unacceptable within the dynamic of the previous relationship. Acknowledging personal contributions to the relational environment without self-blame is crucial. This reflection provides insight into patterns that may need shifting and personal attributes that could be strengthened. Through this self-reflection, it becomes possible to recognize the red flags that may have been overlooked. Future relationships can benefit greatly from this awareness. Knowledge of these warning signs is empowering, as it equips individuals with the ability to detect issues early on in a relationship. It is not about scrutinizing every action of a future partner, but rather about maintaining a level of awareness that promotes healthy communication and mutual respect. Cultivating self-worth is an indispensable aspect of preparing for new relationships. Infidelity can deal a significant blow to self-esteem, often leading to self-doubt and distrust in one's judgment. Spending time to rebuild a sense of self-worth is essential. This process involves engaging in activities that reinforce self-confidence, striving for personal achievements, and setting goals independent of a romantic relationship. It is about building a life that feels fulfilling and complete, even outside the context of a partnership. Forgiveness plays a multifaceted role in the healing journey. Forgiving the former partner is not about condoning their actions, but about releasing the emotional grip the experience has on oneself. This is not a step that can be rushed, it is a personal journey that unfolds at its own pace. Additionally, forgiving oneself is just as important as forgiving the partner. Acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes can facilitate a release of burden and pave the way for emotional freedom. Establishing clear communication is the cornerstone of any successful relationship. Future relationships will benefit from the open, honest dialogue about expectations, fears, and desires. The ability to articulate needs and listen actively to a partner's needs without judgment forms the bedrock of trust and intimacy. Importantly, communication should be approached as a two-way street, with both partners feeling heard and respected. Learning to trust again is a delicate process that requires patience and introspection. The betrayal from infidelity may lead to a general skepticism of future partners, but this skepticism can be tempered with time and positive experiences. Trust is rebuilt through consistent actions over time. It's about observing the reliability, integrity, and respect demonstrated by a new partner, and allowing those positive actions to gradually dissolve the walls built from past hurts. Self-awareness about attachment styles and their influence on relationship dynamics is another important component. Understanding whether one has a tendency towards secure, anxious, or avoidant attachment can inform how they approach relationships. It aids in recognizing triggers and provides a roadmap for developing more secure attachments in the future. This self-awareness can lead to choosing partners that are more compatible and fostering an environment that supports a secure and trusting bond. Integrating past learnings into future relationships does not imply living in the past, but using it as a foundation for growth. It involves taking the lessons learned about fidelity, commitment, and personal values, and ensuring these are front and center in any new relationship. This intentional approach to relationships can help prevent repeating past mistakes and promote a more conscious and deliberate path to finding a compatible partner. Personal growth should remain an ongoing pursuit, irrespective of the relationship status. Engaging in continuous self-improvement not only enhances individual well-being, but also benefits future relationships. By committing to personal development, individuals demonstrate a willingness to evolve, adapt, and become better partners. This growth mindset can influence all facets of life, including romantic endeavors, providing a stable platform for love and intimacy to flourish. As individuals embark on new relationships, armed with the wisdom gained from their experiences of infidelity, they can navigate the complexities of romance with greater assurance and resilience. The knowledge and skills acquired through the journey of healing are valuable tools that can contribute to the creation of a loving, respectful, and fulfilling partnership. Even though the scars of infidelity may never completely fade, they serve as a reminder of the strength and understanding one has gained, ensuring a healthier approach to future love.